people who like Andrew Tate. Why? Why not? I have mostly the same beliefs and views on the world as him. Besides all the cut up out of context misogynistic crap, he really explains the world as what it is. People at the top feeding information to people middle and below to keep you contained and keep being slaves in a 9-to-5 for them. The exact life I have longed to escape, even before Tate became known. He tells you to be accountable for your own actions, take control of your own life, and if you want something go get it. I don't understand how so many people find this line of thinking to be so horrible for so many people around the world, when for me that has been the only way to think that has improved my life. I could either go about life believing depression is a thing that no matter what I do I will always feel like shit and nothing will change that, or I can believe that I can be responsible for how I feel and take steps towards changing what is wrong with my life. I understand he has said some things that I don't agree with, and he most certainly isn't perfect as none of us are, but he preaches some very good and true life values.
What are the best and smoothest pickup lines you know? I walked up to a cashier and thought she was cute, so I decided why not and tried the first pickup line that came to my mind after she finished scanning everything. So, if I wasn't buying all this Gatorade, would you still check me out? She paused and she blinked a couple times and just started to giggle and blush and she looked like she was trying so hard to not burst out laughing. Well, being the socially awkward guy I literally swiped my card and pressed credit and grabbed my bags as quickly as possible and zoomed out, thinking that I failed miserably. What are you still salty about? In a 5th grade science test the question was, are there any stars in the solar system? I answered, yes. Teacher marked it wrong. I went up afterwards and said, what about the sun? He said, he meant that all the other stars are not in our solar system and kept it marked wrong. Although I am harboring this for 50 years now, he was all around one of the best teachers I ever had and just passed away a week or so ago. But damn, that should have been marked right.
My parents are trying to control my wedding because they want me to invite my brother. He has pica, I'm not inviting him. For anyone who doesn't know, pica is an eating disorder that causes people to eat things that are not food like rocks, drywall, chalk, nails, plastic, etc. He developed it as an adult and he refuses to see a doctor or have treatment. My parents say if I avoid having the things he eats at my wedding, he'll be able to go without being disruptive. So no flowers, no paper, no lace on the bride's veil, no plants and soil for her centerpieces. There are other things, like my brother will eat rocks, but these are the main ones. I'm not changing my wedding for a 35-year-old man who likes to eat dirt. It's not my problem no matter what my parents say. I'm sure as hell not telling my fiancée she can't have flowers or can't wear the veil she wants. Just complaining and venting because it has been a very trying time dealing with my parents on this.
What is your go-to fact that blows people's minds? I just learned this, there are more castles in Germany than McDonald's in the US. If you sit on a memory foam pillow and fart into it while slowly standing up, the pillow will suck the fart into the foam and store it, so when your victim lays their head down, the fart will be released to their nose. Ancient Egypt and mammoths existed at the same time. 80% of Soviet men born in 1923 died during World War II. You know when you get up too fast and feel dizzy, squeezing/stiffening your buttocks together stops the dizziness. George Washington died in 1799, dinosaurs were discovered in 1824, George Washington didn't know dinosaurs existed. Tamales are one of the oldest dishes on Earth still commonly eaten today. There are more trees on planet Earth, 3 trillion, than there are stars in our galaxy, 800 billion. Note it says our galaxy, the Milky Way, not the entire universe. Still I find the sheer number of trees on our planet impressive.
Redditors who grew up filthy rich, what did you think was normal till you learned otherwise? My family was broke as hell, but my mom was, and still is, a teacher at this really nice private school which was the only reason my brother and I could attend. Everyone's parents were doctors and lawyers, you get the idea, but why brother and I were being raised by a single mom who had just relocated. We were living in a trailer park in the middle of nowhere for the cheap bum rent. We didn't always know when the next meal was coming. One day, during lunch, the kids noticed that all I have is a peanut butter sandwich and a tiny bag of pretzels. One dude says, "Wow, you must really not be hungry." Since I was 6 and just as clueless to any other lifestyle as he was, I just straight up told him, "We don't have any more food." I had to explain it a couple of times before he realized. Lunch bro sheepishly asks if I would like some of his food. That orange and baggie of Cheetos were the start of a now 20-year-long friendship.
Parents of Reddit, what did you find in your kid's room that you put back and never discussed with them? I wasn't snooping, I was helping him organize all his collections of stuff when he was in high school. I came across an old metal cookie tin filled with paper scraps. He'd apparently torn off every good job and nice work comment he's ever gotten from his teachers, as well as all of the happy birthday and love yous from all his cards. I realized how important those tangible affirmations are to him, so I've made it a point over the last 15 plus years to write things down in addition to telling him. He's got pretty severe anxiety, depression, and PTSD, and I'd like to think that if I'm not with him, one of those little pieces of paper might help him get through whatever he's dealing with.
Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my boyfriend's vodka after smashing it? I have been with my boyfriend for about a year and a half. It's been great, but I let him know from the outset that I was a recovering alcoholic. He had no problem with that, and he still drinks with his friends, but won't do that in my presence. It still bothers me that he drinks, but it's his life, I can't tell him what to do. Fast forward to last Sunday, and we're at his apartment. I come in, and he's in the middle of making pasta sauce, and there's a large bottle of vodka on the counter. He saw me staring at it, and he told me it's for the sauce. Pasta sauce he's made me at least twice a month for the entirety of our relationship. He said he's told me from the beginning he does that. I knocked the bottle off the counter and went to my mom's. He's called and apologized for triggering me, but he wants me to pay for the broken bottle, which he says was about an $80 brand. I told him that I wasn't under any circumstances going to pay for something he's been lacing my food with for years.